Hello, welcome back to Herbie's Garage. Today I'm going to be showing you my 1997 Honda GL 1500 Goldwing. I've had this bike for, I don't know, a few months now. And it has about 67,000 miles on it. And I just wanted to do a little walk around on it, show you the bike, show you some things that are not so great and some things that are really good about it. So let me do a quick walk around with you. Oh, before we do that, you know, I've seen people have a hard time getting these things up on a center stand. I just wanted to show you that real quick. I mean, it's nothing to it. All you have to do is put it down till it touches, pick the bike up till you feel the other side hit the ground, and then stand up. It's really an easy thing to do on these bikes. It's surprising with it being a 900 plus pound motorcycle. So anyway, this is it. It's a nice looking red, pretty red motorcycle. It's been well taken care of. Move this in. It's got a few accessories on it, as you can see. I'll go over that in just a minute. But it's the Aspencade model. And with the Aspencade model, it comes with reverse, which in my opinion is almost a necessity. And to put it in reverse, you just pull out on this lever and lift up. With it running, you hit this button, start button, and just hold it in. And as you hold it in, it'll back up. And it backs up pretty fast, faster than I expected actually. If you're ever on a downhill parking spot or something and you have to back up, boy, you'll appreciate that. And it comes with, you know, you can see a radio. I'm not a big fan of having a radio on a motorcycle, but if you're the kind of person that likes radios on them, you probably like it. I mean, it's got speakers up here, it's got speakers back here, but I don't ever turn it on because I like riding motorcycles. I like to be out and kind of clear my head, clear my thoughts, you know, and just enjoy the weather and the things around me. And that's part of the reason why I like motorcycling. So I don't listen to the radio, but if you do, it's there. And I put on a cup holder, which I like to drink iced tea, so got to have that. And got me a garage door opener. Put on a GPS phone holder. And of course it comes with these grips. Okay, let me turn it on so you can see the dash there. Okay, I'll start it for you. It's a very, very smooth running 6-cylinder engine. It has 2 carburetors. And it's not fuel injected, it's carbureted, and it has 2 of them, not 6 or 4. So, I mean, you have to be conscious of that with today's fuel, and be sure and run it occasionally if it's just sitting in your garage, or put some Staybill or something in the tank to help stop them little ports from getting plugged up. And anyway, I wanted to show you a couple things about it. One is when I first bought this motorcycle, I had trouble getting these side bags to open. If you look down here, let me get me a flashlight. If you look down here, you'll see that there's 3 levers up there. The center one is for the top bag, right bag, left bag. And if you pull them down, they're supposed to open. Well, the bags on the side wouldn't open. So I thought, well, there's got to be an adjustment somewhere. So I opened this top bag, and I went on YouTube and looked, and I didn't see anything for the 1500. I did find something for the GL 1800. Well, maybe it's a little similar. So I got looking around in my bag here. It's a nice big bag that I have here. And as you can see, there's a little plastic door right here. me take this and pop this out. And as you can see, maybe you can see, there it is. There's cable adjusters right there. So all you have to do is loosen the top and bottom lock nut and then either raise it or lower it depending on what you need. If the adjustment, if you have that cable lowered all the way down, the door, when you go to shut it, won't shut. If you have it the other way, then it won't open. So you got to find a happy medium in there. So let me show you how they work now. So now, when I pull this left-hand bag lever, it pops right open. Pull the right-hand bag lever, it pops right open. And these have like a little safety spring latch on them that stop them from coming all the way open. You have to pull it to overcome that little latch spring thing there. And as you can see in there, it's got plenty of room in there, and that's the air line coming out, because it does have an onboard air compressor. And there's the other bag, and there's the factory toolkit that it comes with. A lot of space. That's one of the things that I like about the 1500. It has more bag space, I think, than the 1800. So that comes in handy. But as you can see, this one comes with floorboards here and passenger floorboards and backrests and just different things that it comes with. You know, when you buy them used, you find all different kinds of accessories that you can get for these. And a lot of them come with a bunch of stuff on it. So that's the bike. And so far I have done the wheel bearings. I've changed the wheel bearings in the front wheel, and I've balanced the front wheel. Changed the wheel bearings in the back, and I've balanced the rear wheel. It had a little bit of a wobble vibration once you got up to about 75 miles an hour. Well, now it's as smooth as silk. So I did a video on balancing the wheel. I should have done a video on changing the wheel bearings, but I didn't. But I plan on doing the big service on it that needs to be done. Let me get the stuff. Right there. I need to do the timing belt kit on it. I got 2 timing belts, the springs and the adjusters. And I got the adjusters and the springs directly from carolinacycle.com. Best prices around, all I can tell you. If you're looking for this kit, buy from them. The Gates belts, you can get them pretty much anywhere. It's a T275 belt. They're the original makers for the Honda belt, is what I was told. So I just went ahead and bought those. And you can get those anywhere. I got mine at Rock Auto. I paid $40 delivered for the 2 belts. And it was $170 something, I think, for the adjusters and everything. It was about $215, somewhere around that area, for all of that, which I thought was very, very reasonable. So I'm going to be needing to take all the plastics off and get down here to where the timing belt resides and change that. I have 67,000 miles on it, so I've heard and read that these are good for 100,000 miles, but the owner didn't know when it was changed last, and they're only good for like 5 to 10 years. So I'm not going to take a chance. These are interference engines, and I don't want to have a problem with that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that job and change them. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Once you get down to it, get all the plastics off of it and down to the timing belts, I think it's not that big of a deal if you've done timing belts before, which I may end up videotaping it. I don't know yet, but if you'd like to see that, you can put that down in the comments and maybe I'll do that. But the bike itself, I think I get about 38 miles an hour running down the interstate. And of course, being a 6-cylinder, it holds interstate speeds real good. The one thing I'd like to comment on too is almost every motorcycle I've ever owned revs in the higher RPM range. This one here, it redlines like at 5,500. So for the most part, when you're running down the highway, it's running, I don't know, 3,000, 3,200 RPM. Most of the bikes I've had in the past run anywhere from 5,500 to 7,500 RPM. So the RPMs on this are low, but the one gripe I have, and it's not really a gripe, it's just kind of aggravating, is it's only a 5-speed. If it had a 6-speed, which it doesn't need for power, it doesn't need for speed, but it would be nice for fuel economy. If you could drop it down like in a car, cars run around 2,000, 2,200 RPM going down the interstate. That would help for fuel economy, but believe me, that's a small complaint. It's fine the way that it is. It just would be better if it had a little bit better fuel economy. 38 miles per gallon is pretty good, especially for a bike this size. I've changed the oil and filter in it. Pretty easy job. I think that's just about it. Somewhere down the line, I'm probably gonna have to put new tires and brakes on it. I noticed that when I removed the wheels that the brakes were getting thinner on it. They're not to the point where they're critical yet, but I know that these heavy bikes go through tires fairly quickly compared to the lighter bikes. So I'll probably do tires and brakes at the same time. So that's pretty much it on the Goldwing. I love the bike. I'm glad I bought it. I'd say that if you're looking to buy one of these, to really check it over good. I was kind of surprised when I started taking plastics off, like when I changed the oil. This down here was broke all the way down and it came off in 2 pieces. And I had to plastic weld them on the back side together to make it one piece again. But and there's also a broken piece right here on the chrome, broken out, that I didn't see when I was doing my walk around on the bike. You know, you stand back and look at these things and you're like, wow, that thing is awesome looking. You don't really look at the details so much until you get it home and start working on it and you see that kind of stuff. But then again, it's just little stuff. I mean, for what I paid for it, $4,000, it's a good value, I think. And I love it. So that's it for that. I just wanted to mention my other bike real quick here too. I really love this one here. This is my Lifen KPR 200. It's a little single-cylinder 200cc. You can watch some of the other videos I've made on that bike on Herbie's Garage. It's a great little around town bike, and I love riding it around town. Even on the highways, it's good for that too. But this bike here is a beast of a bike. I mean, on the highway, interstate, you can't beat it. I wouldn't want to have anything else other than this on the highway. I mean, it just does awesome. So anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.